Okay, so when you're investing in property, there are two main ways that I feel that you can invest. Okay, so from one hand, you've got the active developer, property investor, landlord that gets in the trenches, gets dirty, and goes to work. And from the other hand, you've got the lazy armchair investor, someone that partners with investors, lenders, and developers to essentially lend their cash, their pot of gold, to developers for an agreed return. And that can be a 50-50 share of the profits, it could be a fixed rate of return per year, debt finance, it really varies. So starting with the landlord. So you're going to need to research an area, you're going to need to learn the streets, know where people want to live, the tenant class, what the demographic is made up of, if it's workers, DSS, Social Security tenants, students, or professionals, blue collar, white collar. There is a difference, and that's going to matter in the spec that you develop your property into. So when you're buying it, the process typically takes, up to bridging finance. You can buy a property within sort of 4 weeks. If you're using mortgage finance, it can take up to 12. Once you've bought the property, you need to get in there with the builder. Basic renovations for a 3-bedroom buy-to-let is going to be between 4 and 6 weeks. Once that property is finished, that sort of work involves a new bathroom, new kitchen, maybe minor damp treatment, and decoration throughout. Nothing too structural. Okay, so largely cosmetic work there. Once that renovation is complete, you hand over to the tenant, your managing agent, and they start marketing the property for tenants. And the tenant goes in at the end of each month, at the start of each month, you're getting that rental receipt, passive income. Great. After sort of 6 to 9 months, you can refinance the property, release a bit of equity, rinse and repeat. Very simple process. It becomes very cookie cutter like after you've mastered it. So that's the landlord's position. From the other side, you've got the lazy armchair investor. Be warned, if you're not sure what you're doing, this is a very dangerous position to be in. So the last thing you want to be doing is lending over your life savings to investors that aren't experienced, aren't sophisticated, and aren't going to get the job done. Ultimately, yes, you can earn a great return along the way, but if your seed capital is lost, it's not too good. When you're doing the due diligence for projects, you want to be looking at the investment strategy, what the money's secured against, how your borrower plans to repay you. If it's a profit share on the back end, do these GDVs stack up? If it's interest along the way, can they service it? And at the back end, how am I being repaid? Lazy armchair investors have a number of options available to them. They can partner with investors, they can for equity or debt returns. A debt return is very different to an equity return. If you're investing as an equity investor, you're taking the risk on the property. There will be other senior debt involved that will be paid out before you return your money. Thanks for watching. Here are some of our videos on walkthroughs, projects we funded, and future stuff. Up here, we've got Q&A, so please do keep in touch. It's going to be a lot of helpful resources going out. And one last thing, don't forget to subscribe.